Welcome to another This Week at Tegg. Right now, I have the assistance of Missy. Hi, I'm still Ed Greenwood, publisher and president of the Ed Greenwood Group, or Tegg for short. Welcome to another This Week at Tegg. Certain characters grab readers who fall in love with them and want to know more. One of these is Jada, the central character in Tegg creative Marie Bilodeau's Hellmaw tales. Tales that began with the novel Eye of Glass. And here's Marie to tell us more.
Hi, my name is Marie Bilodeau, author of Hellmaw, Eye of Glass. Now, I have a tendency to be in weird places when requests come in. For example, I happened to be on a video set when the request for this video came in. Perfect. Also, I was on Vancouver Island when I talked to Ed Greenwood about Eye of Glass. And if you guys know Ed, he's an awesome guy. And we were just chatting back and forth about what I'm going to write about, which character I'm going to chat about. And he had all these portraits from Eric Belial, beautiful portraits of really scary, grotesque-looking people. And there was only one woman left in the portraits, and I prefer writing female characters, of course. And Ed, who's a sweetheart, said, okay, your book is due in 3 months, so you just tell me if you want me to get one of the characters, one of the creatives to release a character. And I said, no, don't worry about it. Show me this last female character that's left, and I'll work with it no matter what it is. And it was this portrait. Look at the cover of Hellmaw, Eye of Glass. It was this portrait of this woman who's kind of dead looking and has long black hair and only a spine for a body. And I looked at her and I said to Ed, well, she doesn't have a body. And Ed said, well, no, she should, so you'll have to come up with a reason. And I kept looking at her and her grotesque face and kind of the anger and the spitting and the lack of body. And I told him, Ed, she wants to be a model. And he said, that's absolutely brilliantly perfect, do it. And so Hellmaw, Eye of Glass was born from the idea that Jada, a character who has no body but might regenerate one day, wants to become a model. Check it out. I hope you love it as much as I loved writing it.
One of the veteran writers in the Tegg Sessorium is Richard Lee Byers, who's written a great Stormtalons novel, The Ghost in the Stone. And here he is to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm Richard Lee Byers. I wrote the Stormtalons fantasy novel, The Ghost in the Stone. The Ghost in the Stone is a story of magic, monsters, and most of all, revenge. It's set in Chord, which is a sinister port ruled by masked wizards and the criminal syndicates under their sway. The protagonist is a boy named Sarth, who becomes embroiled in the struggle between a group of fisher folk and one of the gangs that extorts tribute from them. The gang kills his family, and they're closing in on him when chance leads him to the ghost of a long-dead wizard. For his own reasons, the ghost protects him, becomes his mentor, and sets him on what proves to be a very long journey to revenge. It's a journey that tests him physically and mentally and spiritually, and most of all, repeatedly asks him just what he's willing to do and how much he's willing to sacrifice for his vengeance. It's a pretty good story, if I do say so myself, and I hope you'll check it out.
And this week at Tegg, Onder Radio news. Onder Radio episode 13 continues the weekly broadcast of news, insight, and developments in the world of speculative storytelling. This particular episode includes news of the therapeutic effects of role-playing games, dinosaurs named after Ghostbusters characters, plus another installment of The Science of Fantasy with Dr. Rodrigo Salvador, and exploring the production of audio drama with author-producer J. Daniel Sawyer. Want to hear it all? Follow the link below. This week at Tegg, it's time to spotlight the third issue of Onder Magazine, the journal for new storytellers. This magazine is crammed with Tegg creative folks writing about all sorts of things. The theme for this third issue of Onder Magazine is merchants, and inside it you'll find, well, me, Ed Greenwood, exploring character development by means of the very first Realms character, Mert the Moneylender, a lovable villain of a hero and a merchant in the Forgotten Realms that I created almost 55 years ago. There are insights into the continuity mayhem and aftermath of the spell plague that hit the Forgotten Realms. There's an article exploring contemporary techniques for the ancient art of crafting chainmail, for those of you wanting or needing to wear flexible protective armor against the vicissitudes of daily life. There's a creator profile of Gregory A. Wilson, author of the Greyshade Stormtalons novel, first in a trilogy, and he's also co-host of the Speculate science fiction podcast. This issue of Onder Magazine also contains more metafiction from the Tegg setting of Hellmaw. Not to mention comics, book and game reviews, and, as they say, more. Check it out, Onder Magazine, issue number 3. This week's Tegg giveaway is, well, be one of the first 100 people to buy the ebook of Eye of Glass, the hilarious and dangerous and mysterious Hellmaw novel by Marie Bilodeau, and you'll get an ebook of the novel that launched the Hellmaw setting, my book, Your World is Doomed, for free. Yes, buy Eye of Glass and get Your World is Doomed for free. Now, the code you'll need to do this is Glassworld. All one word, capital G, capital W, Glassworld, Glassworld. And this is our editorial assistant, Missy, or rather, her tail. Because when you're crafting tails, it's always helpful to have a tail. And I have a special announcement about our The Ed Greenwood Group Games contest to write a Forgotten Realms adventure for publications through the Dungeon Masters Guild, like everything else Forgotten Realms, with me, the founder of the Realms. Well, I wanted to be very pleased to announce the winner right now. But picking the winner is not proving to be easy. The 9 pitches left standing in the final pass are all excellent. Every one of them is worthy of publication, and we're scheming about that right now. But, as has been said before, and in other contexts, in the end there can be only one, so I must pick a winner. I'm almost there. I've narrowed it down to 3. But I need more time. I need another week to consider all of the consequences of these proposed adventures to the future of the realms, as any dungeon master running a campaign does. And then, after I've considered the future consequences, implications of all of these adventures, pick the very best one. So, next time on This Week at Tegg, the contest winner. I think I know who it's going to be, but I want to make very sure. So, see you next time.